So Africans in Ghana and Nigeria, as well as South Africa, took to street to protest the killing of Palestine by Israeli forces. And it kept me wondering, why are Africans always involved in issues that don't bother them at all? But when it concerns what kills them and destroys their people, they are always mute about it. While Africans are protesting against the attack on Palestine, Hamas was busy killing two African youths from Tanzania, Clemens and Joshua. What was their saying? They went to Israel as interns to learn modern agricultural practices so they can return to their homeland and improve on agriculture. We Africans have a problem. We have thrown away humanity for religion that is imported into the continent. Religion ought to be a unifying factor that unites humanity with God. But lately we have removed humanity and our conscience, and all we see is religion and how those who are of the same faith with us are the only necessary things that we should bother about. Why are we Africans always bothered about what happens to people of same faith from other continents? Why we ignore the things that bother us as a people on our continent? There was conflict in Nigeria and the police was doing everything they could to disperse protesters, and it became chaotic. Why should whatever that is happening in Israel or Palestine bother Nigerians or Ghanaians or any African country? Why do we think that their affairs are things that should always give us sleepless nights when nobody cares about us or how we or whatever we're experiencing on our own continent? I think the love for foreign religion is one thing we must check because it's destroying our relationship with ourselves as fellow Africans. We are first Africans before any other affiliations or associations. When we leave this continent, these guys we are worshipping and sucking up to don't even care we exist. Whatever happens to us on our continent, you will never see them speak against it or even lead any protest. I think the colonial hangover and the trauma and vestiges of colonialism and the superiority of the skin over ours is what worries us more than the religion. Christianity and Islam have become two problematic religions on our continent today. And the conflicts and the issues that these religions have had poured on us is consuming Africans completely. We hate one another because of religion. Our religions have sharpened the way we interact with ourselves and relate with ourselves as Africans. We pay allegiance to people of the same faith from other continents more than ourselves. But we fail to realize one thing. We are first Africans before religion comes in. Religion and every other association as well as affiliations are secondary. We have thrown away humanity for religion. We have thrown away what binds us together, our values and culture as Africans in the name of religion. And today we no longer care if our own brothers and sisters perish in foreign countries if religion is not touched and our religions are intact. Whatever happens to fellow Africans is secondary. And it is becoming clearer why some Africans are going back to the African traditional religion because they see the danger and the harm these religions are causing us as Africans. I think we must embrace humanity first before we begin to see religion as the only live wire to our survival. We're Africans. Whatever happens to any African should bother. I'm not in any way defending any of the parties in conflict, Israel or Palestine. All lives matter. But I think we should bother more about our continent and worry less about what happens in other places. We have a whole lot to bother ourselves with on our soil. And this is what I think should count for us. If religion fails to do what it's designed to do in our lives, then we should begin to see that there has been a departure from what religion ought to do. And at that point, humanity needs to kick in. Anything beyond this point is an aberration and it's evil, despicable, and Africans must learn to know when to draw the lines. May the souls of Joshua and Clemens rest in peace, and may their families be consoled by God Almighty. I don't know what you think about this, but I'd like you to share your opinion on the comment section. Please subscribe, like, and follow our page for more content. This is a real issue with Kagwa.